think manipulation is modern. It is not. Long before phones, before money, before words written down, humans already knew how to control each other. Not with weapons, with the mind. A look that made you obey. A story that made you afraid. A silence that made you feel small. Ancient humans had no psychology books, no therapists, no words like gaslighting or manipulation, but they used all of it, every day, to survive. So here is the uncomfortable truth. The first dark psychologist was not a villain in a suit. It was your ancestor, sitting by a fire, 50,000 years ago. Now we cannot interview a Stone Age human. There are no ancient confessions, no recorded mind games. But we can ask a sharper question. Not, did ancient humans fight? The real question is, how did ancient humans control each other? Without laws, without prisons, without rules. And the answer is darker than weapons, because the strongest tool they had was inside the human mind. Start with fear, because fear is the oldest control system on Earth. A loud sound, a sudden movement, a story about the dark. Fear does not need proof. It only needs imagination. Ancient humans lived surrounded by real danger. Animals, cold, hunger, strangers. But the smartest ones learned something. You do not always need a real threat to control a group. You only need them to believe one exists. A leader who could make people afraid, could make people obey. Do not go there. Do not eat that. Do not anger them. Some of those warnings saved lives, but some of them just kept the warner in power. Fear was protection, and fear was also a leash. Now, the quiet weapon, gossip. We treat gossip like a bad habit. For ancient humans, it was a survival tool. In a small group, your reputation was everything. There were no police, no courts, no second chances in a new city. So how do you punish a liar, a thief, a cheater? You talk. You spread the word. You let everyone know. Gossip controlled behavior before laws existed. If the group decided you were dangerous, you were finished. That is real power. The power to destroy a person without ever touching them. And here is the dark part. Gossip can protect a group from bad people. But gossip can also be used by bad people to destroy good ones. A lie, repeated enough times, becomes the truth the group believes. Sound familiar? It should. We still do it today. We just call it the internet. Now the most powerful tool of all. Stories. Ancient humans could not write, but they could remember, and they could tell. A good story could teach you how to hunt, where the water was, which plants would kill you. But a story can do something darker too. A story can tell you what to believe, who is good, who is evil, who deserves to lead, who deserves to be feared. The person who controls the story controls the group. This is not ancient. This is permanent. Every leader, every ruler, every empire ran on stories. The fire changed, the screen changed, but the trick never did. Now the cruelest weapon, exclusion. For an ancient human, being alone was a death sentence. No group meant no food sharing, no protection, no warmth, no survival. So the group had a punishment worse than violence. They could simply ignore you. Stop sharing, stop talking, stop seeing you. This is the original silent treatment, and it was lethal. The threat of being cast out kept people in line for thousands of years. We still feel it today. That panic when a group leaves you out, that fear of being unwanted. That is not weakness. That is 50,000 years of memory. telling you that being alone once meant death. Now a clever one. The gift. Ancient humans shared food. That sounds kind, and often it was. But sharing also created something powerful. Debt. If I feed you today, you owe me tomorrow. A gift is not just generosity. A gift is a quiet obligation. The most powerful people in a group were not always the strongest. They were often the ones everyone owed. Give enough, help enough, and slowly, people cannot say no to you. We did not invent this. We just gave it a name. We call it networking. Now the game that never ended. Status. Every group had a ladder. Who eats first? Who speaks first? Who is listened to? Who is ignored? There were no titles, no money, no crowns, but there was rank, and everyone could feel it. Ancient humans watched status constantly. Who is rising? Who is falling? Who is a threat? Because status meant safety, more food, more protection, more choices. So people performed. They bragged. They showed off. They formed alliances. They quietly removed rivals. This is not new. This is your office. This is social media. This is every group you have ever joined. The fire became a feed. The tribe became a follower count. But the game is exactly the same. Now the deepest tool, belief. Ancient humans saw a world full of mystery. Storms, death, sickness, stars. And some humans offered answers. The spirits are angry. This will protect you. Do this, and you will be safe. Some believed it fully. Some used it on purpose. Because if you control what people fear and what people hope, you control what people do. This is the most powerful manipulation ever invented. Not because it is always a lie, but because it does not need force. People obey belief, willingly. So were ancient humans innocent? Simple? Pure? No. They were brilliant, and sometimes brutal. They used fear, gossip, stories, exclusion, debt, status, belief, not because they were evil, but because these tools worked. Dark psychology is not a modern disease. It is ancient software, running in every human brain, including yours. Here is the part that should scare you. You think you are too smart for this, but every time you feel afraid of being left out, every time a rumor changes your mind, every time a story decides who you trust, every time a gift makes you feel you owe someone, that is not modern manipulation. That is the fire, still burning, inside you. Ancient humans did not need words for dark psychology. They lived it. They survived because of it. And the most disturbing truth is this: we did not grow out of it. We just gave it Wi-Fi.